Hi students, I'm Candace Benji Small. With Eric Ackerman, I'm an instructor for this Library Juice course, and I'm so excited to work with you this shortened semester. I'm going to be talking about the layout of the course and some strategies for you to approach each week. This class runs for 4 weeks, and we estimate it will take you probably about 2 to 3 hours per week to get the modules done. We will ask you not to work ahead, so week 1 runs February 1st through February 7th, and you should complete your work during that time. If you finish early, please do not move on to Module 2 until February 8th, because we want to be really responsive, and we may make changes on the fly to week 2 based on what we see in week 1, and the same things with week 3 and week 4. So I want to take a look at the site here. I logged in as a student, so this should be very similar to what you see. The welcome video by Eric, hopefully you've watched that. The course overview video, that's what we're watching now. Facilitator contact information. If I click on this, you'll see that it provides the email address for myself and Eric. And that email is the best way to get a hold of us, and we're committed to answering within 12 hours during the work week and within 24 hours on the weekend. I'm going to go back. After you have reviewed those documents, please go to the Introductions discussion board. In this discussion board, we want to learn a little bit about you. Not just Eric and I, but we want you as a class to know about each other. So after you have introduced yourself, and we have some writing prompts there, we're trying to make it assessment based, but share anything you think would be of interest to us and your fellow classmates. We'll ask you then to read through some of the introductions from your colleagues and post replies to 2 of them. I have a note that early birds may have to come back, because if you are the first person to post, well, there's going to be no one to reply to yet, so you might have to come back later in the week, versus someone who's working near the end of week 1, there may be plenty of posts for them to reply to. All right, I'm going to go back. The general news and class announcements form, and this is a standard one here. We may use this if there's some problem or something we need to just tell you about in general. I don't think we're going to be using it too much, but it's available for us. And let's focus on week 1, February 1st through February 7th. And all of our modules are going to be set up the same way. We give you a little summary here. What should I assess using observational assessment? In our first module, we will explore the difference between assessment and research and explain how observational assessment works. We'll start always with the learning outcomes. What do we expect you to learn in the module? Next, we then have the readings. And we have strived to find readings that are freely available on the web, and we have links. If you have any trouble getting to the readings, let Eric and I know, and we'll make accommodations for you. After you have done those readings, we'll ask you to go to the discussion board and post a reflection. After having done the readings, how do you think it fits in with your personal experiences or your thoughts about assessment? And once again, to help build that communication, we'll ask you to reply to 2 of your classmates' posts. Next, we have a couple of mini lectures that Eric has done that discusses the observational assessment method. Both of them are very short. I encourage you to take notes while he's speaking, just so that it all kind of comes together in your mind. We've also included a few observational assessment examples so you can see what Eric is talking about, how it actually played out. And then there's another discussion board. In this case, you will reflect on your observational assessment method and how it might play in your environment. We will end each module with supplemental readings. We know that there's going to be a wide range of backgrounds in this course. Some of you may have lots of experience with assessment. Some of you may be brand new out of school and are just kind of wrapping your mind around what assessment is. So we wanted to give resources for people who may need to fill in some gaps or just might be more interested in some things that we're just touching on. So if you go to the supplemental readings, you'll find them there. So all this needs to be done during that first week. You'll see that Module 2 is up, but once again, we may make some modifications based on what happens in week 1. So that's pretty much the overview of the course. Please email Eric or I if you have any questions, and let's have some fun and assess.